everybody. I hope everybody is healthy and well. Lucy and I are here today, and we are going to be reading the first 5 chapters of Mercy Watson Thinks Like a Pig by Kate D. Camillo. Mercy Watson Thinks Like a Pig. Chapter 1. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson have a pig named Mercy. Mr. Watson, Mrs. Watson, and Mercy live together in a house at 54 Deckawoo Drive. One day, Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and Mercy were sitting on their patio. Mr. Watson, Mrs. Watson, and Mercy were drinking lemonade. Mr. Watson said, "Mrs. Watson, this lemonade makes my lips feel puckery." "I put an awful lot of lemons in it," said Mrs. Watson. "That explains it," said Mr. Watson. Miss Mercy slurped some lemonade from her bowl. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" said Mrs. Watson. "Absolutely beautiful," said Mr. Watson. Mercy grunted. Chapter 2. Next door to the Watsons, baby Lincoln and Eugenia Lincoln were standing in their front yard. "Baby," said Eugenia, "we live next door to a pig." "Yes, sister," said Baby, "we do. But that does not stop us from living a gracious life," said Eugenia. "It doesn't?" said Baby. Eugenia handed Baby a shovel. "What's this for?" said Baby. "We're going to beautify our yard," Eugenia said. "We're going to plant pansies. You, Baby, will dig. And I, Eugenia, will plant." "Yes, sister," said Baby. "We will lead a gracious life, even if it kills us," said Eugenia Lincoln. "Yes, sister," Baby sighed. She began to dig. Chapter 3. On the Wilsons' patio, Mercy put her snout up in the air. She sniffed. There was a delightful smell coming from next door. Mercy pushed her snout through the hedge. She looked into the Lincoln sisters' yard, and she saw Eugenia Lincoln put a flower in the ground. What was going on? Mercy waited until Eugenia disappeared around the corner. She pushed through the hedge and trotted into the Lincoln sisters' yard. She sniffed the flower that Eugenia had planted. The flower smelled delicious. Mercy took a bite. It tasted delicious too. When she had eaten the whole flower, she looked up and saw another flower. She ate that one too. Mercy burped. She moved on to flower number 3. Chapter 4. On the other side of the house, Eugenia Lincoln planted her last pansy. "There," said Eugenia, "it looks spectacular, doesn't it?" "It does," said Baby. "I believe I will go around the front and admire the overall effect," said Eugenia. Eugenia Lincoln went around the front, but there was no overall effect to admire. "Baby!" screamed Eugenia. "Yes, sister," said Baby. "Where have all the flowers gone?" shouted Eugenia. "Oh dear," said Baby. "They were here just a minute ago." Mercy came around the corner. There was a spring in her step. There were pansy petals on her chin. "Pig!" shouted Eugenia. "Pig, pig, pig!" Eugenia Lincoln ran toward Mercy. Mercy kicked up her heels. She ran away from Eugenia. Chapter 5. Meanwhile, back at the Wilsons' patio, the Wilsons were wondering where Mercy had gone. She was here just a minute ago, said Mrs. Watson. She can't have gone far, said Mr. Watson. Mr. and Mrs. Watson went looking for Mercy. Oh, said Mrs. Watson, there she is, and look, she's playing a game of tag with Eugenia. They look so happy. I don't think that sister is playing, said Baby, and I don't think that sister is happy. She's not? Said Mr. Wilson. No, said Baby, she's not. Mercy ate every one of sister's pansies. She must be hungry, said Mrs. Watson. Mercy, Mrs. Watson called. Come inside and have a little toast with a great deal of butter on it. Mercy came running. She came running quickly. She loved toast. She particularly loved toast with a great deal of butter on it. And that is where I'm going to stop for today. Next time I'll read chapter 6. And I hope you liked the start of Mercy Watson Thinks Like a Pig, chapters 1 through 5. And I wanted to show my class our avocado plant that has been growing like crazy in a sunny spot in my kitchen. It has a long root and is sprouting leaves at the top.